Good morning, Dr. Jen. Good morning,
Hey,
everyone.
Good, good morning, teacher.
welcome to Taipei, Taiwan. Welcome to Zug, Switzerland, and welcome to everywhere in Vietnam, North, South, and Central. It is sunny today. How's the weather where you are?
My head rain today is cloudy. It's
Oh,
Cloudy.
yeah.
well, it's sunny here, but we get surprise rain sometimes. Recently, like hard rain comes down. I'm glad I have my umbrella. Okay, well, let's get our slides going. Let's rock and roll, ladies and gentlemen. We got not too bad, but we got some stuff to do. So let's get there. Let's get there. Let's get there. And a thank you to you for being here so early and being on time. That is always tremendous. Always an awesome thing. Okay, let me share. Okay. Now, the two questions that I ask all the time, first two questions of every lesson, what are they? Who remembers?
Question. Can you see me and hear me? Can you see my side?
There you go. Can you see me and hear me? And can you see my slides? If the answer is no, we have to change something, okay? Okay, so I'm going to talk very quickly about the word fear or afraid. In this lesson, we're talking about, and I'll ask Thủy to summarize this when I'm done. In this lesson, we're mostly talking about fear, like, okay, like, something bad could happen. But outside of this lesson, fear or being afraid can also be a politeness strategy. For example, if you ask me to do something for you, instead of saying no, I might say, I'm afraid I can't do that. I'm not really afraid, but it's another use of the word afraid or fear.
Bài học hôm nay của chúng ta là về cái từ là fear là nỗi sợ hãi. Thì ở trong cái nội dung bài này là nó về một cái chúng ta sợ hãi một cái điều gì đó, nhưng mà ngoài bài học thì thầy bảo là khi mà chúng ta trước một cái sự việc nào đó, mình không nói là mình không làm, nhưng mà mình sẽ nói rằng mình là mình có cái gì đó thì không thể hoàn thành, kiểu như vậy. Thì đó là cái nghĩa bên ngoài cái bài học này. Còn hôm nay thì chúng ta sẽ học về cái nỗi sợ hãi, fear, cũng như là afraid.
Yeah. So in the future, in conversation, if you hear someone, if an answer is no and you hear afraid or fear, they're not afraid, they're being polite.
À, họ không phải là họ sợ, nhưng mà cái đó là cái cách lịch sự để họ nói đâu, họ không có tự tin để họ làm.
Okay, so let's talk about fear. What's going on with fear? Okay. Say a few things that many people are afraid of. I gave you a way to answer the question many people are afraid of. So for practice, can someone say the first sentence about getting sick? Many people are afraid of.
Many people are afraid of the dark.
Oh, can I get someone to say thank you? I want that for later. I want to practice these first two.
Yes. Many people are afraid of getting sick.
Good. Can I get someone to say the second one, please?
Many people are afraid of losing a wallet.
Of losing a wallet. Very good. Okay. Can I get another maybe another two or three people to answer things people are afraid of?
I think many people are afraid of ghosts.
Okay. Can I get another one or two speakers?
And many people are afraid of the mouse.
Okay, one more.
Okay.
The dark.
Oh, yeah, give the whole sentence. Many people are afraid of.
Many people are afraid of the dark.
Very good. And I'm going to share something with you. here in Taiwan, there are low birth rates, and Thủy can repeat this. Low birth rates, they're having fewer babies. Fewer babies means fewer students. Fewer students means fewer jobs for teachers. So many teachers in Taiwan are afraid of losing their jobs.
Yes.
Thì giải thích cái điều này. Ở trong phần chat thì có ghi là nhiều giáo viên ở Đài Loan họ sợ mất việc. Tại vì hiện tại thì ở bên đó họ sinh con ít, cho nên là dân số sẽ giảm, mà dân số sẽ giảm thì là cái lượng học sinh đi đến trường sẽ ít, cho nên là có cái câu này thì ghi ra.
Not me though. I'm about to retire with the pension, and I teach online too. Okay, now we have two questions. What is Daniel afraid of? What is Anthony afraid of?
I'm really nervous. I have to give a presentation tomorrow.
Oh, you don't like public speaking?
That's an understatement. I'm terrified of it.
Yeah, a lot of people are. In fact, I've heard that it's one of the most common fears.
Really?
Yeah, it's even more common than the fear of flying.
Are you afraid of public speaking?
No, not really.
What are you afraid of?
Well, I have claustrophobia. I'm afraid of being in small spaces. I'm also uncomfortable around snakes and spiders. They give me the creeps.
Okay, so what is Daniel afraid of? And I gave you a sample sentence you can use. What is Daniel afraid of?
Anthony afraid of
Daniel.
Daniel.
Daniel afraid of public speaking.
Good. Now, for an English sentence, you have to have a subject, that is Daniel, who's doing it. You have to have a verb, that would be is. So try the sentence again, and please use the word is. I gave you a sample sentence in the chat box. Use the chat box, okay?
Chị
Remember,
đọc
is.
cái câu ở trong phần chat của thầy ghi á, nó có cái từ is nữa. Rồi.
Daniel is afraid of public speaking.
Excellent. And ladies and gentlemen, what is Anthony afraid of?
Anthony is afraid of snakes and spiders.
Okay. He is afraid of small spaces.
Small spaces.
Small spaces.
And also snakes and spiders. Poor Anthony.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm typing something in the chat box, so please give me a moment, okay?
Antonio is afraid of small spaces. For example, snakes and spiders.
Excellent. Just a refresher for everybody, and I put it in the chat, and we can repeat this. For most English sentences, to get a complete sentence, you must have a subject, that's who is doing something, and a verb, what is being done.
Yes.
Trong phần chat thì có ghi là ở một cái câu tiếng Anh mà hoàn chỉnh á, thì nó sẽ có chủ ngữ là ai sẽ làm cái điều gì đó, và phải đi với động từ. Động từ tức là được làm cái hành động làm của cái chủ thể đó.
Yeah, and I don't know about Vietnamese, but in some Asian languages like Chinese, you don't have to say is or are. You know, you say I very uncomfortable, but in English you must say I am very uncomfortable. So
Cái bảo rằng ở tiếng bên Đài Loan thì họ đôi khi họ cũng không có trong câu nói của họ không có động từ, nhưng mà khi mà nói tiếng Anh thì chúng ta phải luôn luôn có đầy đủ như vậy, chủ ngữ và động từ.
And by the way, before we leave the slide, you see the word claustrophobia. A phobia is a fear, and usually the part at the beginning, claustra, it's probably a word that means tightness or small or something. I'm not sure, but remember the word phobia. It means a fear of something. It's in the chat, Thủy, if you'd like to repeat that.
Có cái từ phobia thì thầy giải thích ra đó là nó cùng nghĩa với lại là sợ hãi.
Okay, let's move on. Here we are with Daniel and Anthony again. Daniel, who's afraid of public speaking, and Anthony, who is afraid of being in small spaces, and also snakes and spiders. These poor guys.
I'm really nervous. I have to give a presentation tomorrow.
Oh, you don't like public speaking?
That's an understatement. I'm terrified of it.
Yeah, a lot of people are. In fact, I've heard that it's one of the most common fears.
Really?
Yeah, it's even more common than the fear of flying.
Are you afraid of public speaking?
No, not really.
What are you afraid of?
Well, I have claustrophobia. I'm afraid of being in small spaces. I'm also uncomfortable around snakes and spiders. They give me the creeps.
Okay, can I please get a Daniel and an Anthony?
I can.
I'm Anthony.
Yes. I'm really nervous. I have to give a presentation tomorrow.
Oh, you don't like public speaking?
That's an understatement. I'm terrified of it.
Yeah, a lot of people are. In fact, I've heard that it's one of the most common fears.
Really?
Yeah, it's even more common than the fear of flying.
Are you afraid of public speaking?
No, not really.
What are you afraid of?
Well, I have a claustrophobia. I'm afraid of being in small spaces. I'm also uncomfortable around snakes and spiders. They give me the creeps.
Very good. Anthony, good pronunciation of claustrophobia. Oh, and Daniel, is it Daniel? Yeah, Daniel says he is terrified of public speaking. In the chat box, I have written 3 ways of saying very afraid. Terrified, petrified, horrified. Can you mention that, Thủy?
Dạ, ở trong phần chat thì có ghi là cái từ mà rất là sợ hãi á, thì nó có thêm vài từ cùng nghĩa là terrified, petrified và horrified, là 3 từ đó cùng nghĩa là rất là sợ hãi.
Yeah, one thing you will find, I don't know how to compare English to Vietnamese, but for example in Chinese and in Spanish, English has more words, like physically many more words, and sometimes they don't exist in the other languages. So you want to start getting used to that.
Trong tiếng Anh có nhiều từ là nó rất nhiều many letters, many words.
Yeah, many more words. Like Chinese, I don't think they have horrified, petrified, and all this stuff. I think it's just like very afraid, and that's all.
Ở trong tiếng Anh nó có rất nhiều từ mà nó cùng một nghĩa, nhưng mà ở trong ví dụ như bên tiếng Taiwan thì nó không có nhiều từ bằng như bên tiếng Anh. Ví dụ họ chỉ nói là very terrified này kia thôi, chứ họ không có nói như ở đây là claustrophobia như vậy.
Okay, can I get? I think we have time. Can I get another Daniel and another Anthony before we move on?
Okay, another one.
I can. I'm Daniel. I'm really nervous. I have to give a presentation tomorrow.
Oh, I don't like public speaking.
That's an understatement. I'm terrified of it.
Yeah, a lot of people are. In fact, I've heard that it's one of the most common fears.
Really?
Yeah, it's even more common than the fear of flying.
Are you afraid of public speaking?
No, not really.
What are you afraid of?
Well, I have claustrophobia. I'm afraid of being in small space. I'm also uncomfortable around snakes and spiders. They give me a creeps.
Very good. By the way, you see this sentence that says you don't like public speaking? That's a statement, but when you put a question mark, it becomes a question. Go ahead, Thủy.
Ở cái câu này you don't like public speaking thì nó giống như là một câu kể, nhưng mà khi có dấu chấm hỏi thì đó nó lại chuyển qua là thành câu hỏi.
Now, one thing about English sentences that I want you to listen for when I play the recording again is they often will go higher at the end, and I'm going to exaggerate. Oh, you don't like public speaking?
Và khi có cái dấu chấm hỏi như vậy thì chúng ta sẽ lên dòng vào cuối câu giống như thầy vừa đọc lên đó, để mà thể hiện nó là câu hỏi.
Okay, so here it comes.
I'm really nervous. I have to give a presentation tomorrow.
Oh, you don't like public speaking?
That's an understatement. I'm terrified of it.
Yeah, a lot of people are. In fact, I've heard that it's one of the most common fears.
Really?
Yeah, it's even more common than the fear of flying.
Are you afraid of public speaking?
No, not really.
What are you afraid of?
Well, I have claustrophobia. I'm afraid of being in small spaces. I'm also uncomfortable around snakes and spiders. They give me the creeps.
All right, so here we're asking about fears. What are you afraid of? I'm afraid of public speaking. I'm scared of public speaking. I'm terrified of public speaking. Are you afraid of public speaking? Are you afraid of, anything? I'm nervous about public speaking. What's your greatest fear? Public speaking makes me nervous. Do snakes and spiders scare you? I'm uncomfortable around snakes and spiders. They give me the creeps. Okay, can I get somebody to read the first two sentences about asking about fears? Anybody? First two sentences about asking about fears.
What are you afraid of? Are you afraid of public speaking?
Excellent. Can I get somebody please to read the second two sentences, ladies and gentlemen?
What your greatest fear? Do snakes and spiders scare you?
Good. Can I get somebody to read the first two sentences in talking about fears? And just pick one: afraid of, scared of, or terrified of. Just one, okay?
I'm afraid of public speaking. I'm nervous about public speaking.
Excellent. Can someone please read the third sentence? The third sentence.
Can
The
can
third
read it.
sentence with public speaking.
Public speaking makes me nervous.
Good. And can I get somebody to read the last two sentences?
I'm uncomfortable around snakes and spiders. They give me the creeps.
Okay, and I want to talk about giving you the creeps. It might make you afraid, or it might just make you feel uncomfortable. Sometimes I hear this from women who are being bothered by a man at the workplace that they don't want to bother them, and they say, he gives me the creeps. Okay, so Thủy, go ahead and repeat those things if you would.
Cái cụm từ là to give me the creeps có nghĩa là làm cho mình không cảm thấy thoải mái. Thầy bảo là ở trong cái nơi công sở khi có những người đàn ông mà họ quấy rối người phụ nữ á, thì họ sẽ nói cái câu là he gives me the creeps.
Yeah. So, getting the creeps, it might not be fear, but you just don't like the situation you're in because of who or what gives you the creeps.
Cái từ mà give me the creeps nó không phải là để nói lên cái nỗi sợ hãi, nhưng mà nói lên cái việc mà họ không thấy thoải mái về cái tình huống xảy ra.
Okay, so let's see. We have Rachel and JC. So I'm going to read this very fast so you can hear the pronunciation. So what are you afraid of? Well, being away from my cell phone far too long makes me nervous. What? Yeah, I'm afraid I might miss an important test or phone call. That's interesting. So what's your greatest fear? I'm afraid of centipedes. They give me the creeps. Okay, Rachel and a JC, please. Don't
Okay.
everybody at the same time. Rachel and JC.
Nice.
I can.
So what are you afraid of?
Well, being away from my cell phone for too long make me nervous.
What?
Yes, I'm afraid. I must miss a important test a phone can.
That's interesting. So what's your greatest fears?
I'm afraid of can typhoid. They give me the grips.
Good. JC, say this word again, please. Centipedes.
Centipede.
Yes.
Very good. Can I get one more Rachel, one more JC? I think we have the time.
Rachel.
I'm JC.
So what are you afraid of?
Wow. Being away from my cell phone for too long makes me nervous.
What?
Yeah, I'm afraid I might miss an important test or phone call.
That's interesting. So what's your greatest fear?
I'm afraid of centipedes. They give me the grips.
JC, one more time. Centipedes.
Centerpiece.
Good, good, good. I'm going to type this in the chat as a reminder to practice this word. Okay. All right. So now we have Linda and Cindy. So what exactly are you terrified of? Definitely on the higher side. Being too high makes me dizzy. How come? Even when I'm absolutely safe, I have the feeling that I'm about to fall. Interesting. What's your biggest fear? Spiders. I can't even look at them without freaking out. Now, freaking out is another slang term for becoming very upset.
Dạ, cái từ freaking out đó nó là cái slang, nó có nghĩa là trở nên rất là bực bội.
Okay. Okay. Can I get a Linda and a Cindy, please?
So, what essay are you afraid of?
Definitely on the higher side. Being too high makes me dizzy.
How comes?
Even when I'm absolutely safe, I have a feeling that I'm about to fall.
Interesting. What's your biggest fear?
Spiders. I can't even look at them without freaking out.
Okay. And Linda, this word exactly, it's an unusual pronunciation. So I wrote it in the chat box to help you. Look in the chat box and please repeat after me. Egg like an egg. Exactly. Whoever was Linda. Exactly.
Exactly.
Very good. Can I get another Linda and another Cindy, please?
Linda.
Okay.
So what exactly are you terrified of?
Definition on the high side, feeling too high mark me dizzy.
How come?
Even while I'm a solid body. Safi, I have the feeling that I am about to fall.
Interesting. What your biggest fear?
Speeder, I can when look and time win without feeling out.
Okay. Cindy, please say, where's the word? Please repeat this. Makes.
Make
Okay. And safe.
safe.
Okay. And I wrote a comment in the chat for Thủy to repeat. This is an example of vowel consonant, and silent E. That gives you a long vowel. It says its own name.
Ở trong phần chat thì có ghi hai cái từ, ví dụ như là max và set, thì cái nguyên âm nó đi với cái phụ âm, thì cái letter E ở phía cuối nó sẽ là âm câm, nó không có đọc ra.
Okay, so let's move on, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, here's Maria and Julie. Cindy, oh no, we should have put, we needed to change the name, but it'll work out okay. I didn't miss this. I missed this tweet. Cindy, tell me about a fear you've had for a long time. The darkness. When it's completely dark, I always imagine the worst possible situations. Wow, even now? Yeah, it's irrational, but it still affects me. I get it. Is there anything else you're frightened of? Snakes. Even thinking about them gives me nervousness.
I can.
Okay.
Cindy, tell me about a fear you had a long time.
The darkness. When it's completely dark, I always imagine the worst possible situations.
Wow, even now.
Yeah, it's irrational, but it still affects me.
I guess is there anything else you find snake of?
Snakes. Even thinking about them gives me nervousness.
Very good. I wrote a note to you, Tweet, in the chat. Yeah. Sorry, I missed that. Okay. And I want to make a comment about the phrase at the end. I don't know. I've not heard this phrase, gives me nervousness, but that might be how my British friends say it. I'm not sure. I'm an American, and I don't know if the British say it the same way. I say makes me nervous.
Cái cụm từ mà give me nervous thì thầy nói là cái đó là của bên tiếng Anh, còn như người Mỹ thì sẽ nói là make me nervous.
Okay. Ooh, just on time. There we are.
Okay. Và đây là bài tập về nhà của lesson 13. Thì phần thứ nhất là chúng ta sẽ đọc lại đoạn hội thoại và trả lời 2 câu hỏi. Phần thứ hai là chúng ta viết một cái đoạn văn ngắn khoảng 5 tới 7 câu về cái nỗi sợ lớn nhất của mình, mô tả nó là gì và tại sao mình sợ, và cách mà nó làm cho mình cảm thấy sợ như thế nào. Thì chúng ta sẽ nộp lại vào trước 12 giờ trưa ngày 30 tháng 9.
Now I have a Vietnamese language question. Is gao the word for hi?
Yeah, gao.
It's the exact same in Mandarin Chinese.
Really?
Yeah. So you got a free Mandarin lesson at the same time, and I got a free Vietnamese lesson. Yay. Okay. All right. So there we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to send you a thumbs up for an excellent lesson, and don't leave yet. I want to make sure that I have saved the chat, and I'm going to send Thủy the chat. Wow, I learned another. Every time this happens, my Mandarin teacher thinks this is so cool that I'm getting getting Chinese words from the Vietnamese students and teachers. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get out of here. And Thủy, I'll send you the chat in just a few moments, okay?
Yeah, thank you. Have
Okay.
a good day.
Bye-bye, everybody. See you soon.
Have a good day.
Goodbye, teacher.
Bye, teacher.
Bye, teacher.
Ngữ đại